Hey, what is up, you guys? I am back. It's been quite a long time since I've actually made a video here. Yeah, I thought I'd do a quick little update on my Redstone tutorial that I did back whenever Minecraft was in beta. And so this is in the new 1.0. I've learned a few little tricks with it and some other stuff like that. As you can see here, yeah, I started out the video on this weird little thing that I made of the Black Eyed Peas album cover at the beginning. Yes, I know. I just was bored and I decided to make it. So, now, we're going to fall down here and we're going to get started. So, redstone. Get off that. Redstone. The redstone ore can be mined with either a diamond or an iron pickaxe. Oh, be a good idea to get off that. It can be mined with either diamond or iron pickaxes and drops multiple pieces of redstone dust at a time. And here's it being mined with iron. Seems that with diamond it gives you a little bit higher yield, but redstone dust this is the redstone dust. It can be placed down as a block, and it is circuitry in Minecraft. It's fairly interesting how it works. I'll show you some of the things I've set up here. But you make a redstone torch, which is either always on or always off, by taking one redstone and one stick, and you place them like this, and it gives you a redstone torch, which can be placed just like a regular torch. Levers are made with a piece of cobblestone and a stick. It's been a while since I've made this stuff, so if I get it wrong, yeah. This makes a lever here, and this is a toggleable redstone circuit. It's either on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Stuff like that. Dang, headset. Buttons are, this is a button. It sends out a short pulse of power, and it is made with two stone right on top of each other like this. That's a button, and it can be placed on the sides of blocks and stuff like that. These are repeaters. Repeaters are how do I put this? Kind of like it slows the circuit down. It's like that's the quickest, next slowest, so forth and so forth. And it just delays the current. I'll quickly show you how to make that. Going to need some stone. Oh yeah, and that's also how you make pressure pads with also wood too. You can make wooden ones. Need, if I remember right, 2 redstone torches and a redstone in the middle. It's been on. I don't usually make repeaters, so yeah, that's how you make a repeater, and it's just like everything else. It's a placeable block. You can place them back to back like this, and it will send the current through even longer. This is a piston. It is new to Minecraft. It was introduced in 1.7, and along with pistons, there's also sticky pistons. Let's see. I think I need 4 cobblestone, like this, a redstone in the bottom. No. Oh god, I haven't made one of these and freaking... Actually, no, I've never made one of these legitly. Wow, that is sad, actually. Wait, don't I need an ironing it in the bottom? Ironing it. There's ironing it. No? There. That's how you make a piston. Fail. And to make the sticky piston, you put a slime ball on top of the piston, and so it actually kind of creates a use for slime balls now. And pistons are used to push blocks. I'll demonstrate that later on. Wooden pressure pads can be stepped on to create a redstone current, or an item can be thrown on them to create a redstone current. Stone pressure pads, on the other hand, will only activate if they have a player on them, whether that be a mob or an NPC or whatever. It has to be a character. Can't be blocks. So that's that. And lastly, what I'm probably going to be talking about in this video are dispensers, which are used where you can put a block in there, and whenever you activate it using redstone, it will dispense that block. So, now that I have told you a little bit about that stuff, we'll move on into some of the more interesting things. Starting off with doors and levers. Ooh, some lag here. Whoops. Oh well. A wooden door can be opened by hand, as you can see here, or it can be toggled using redstone. And iron doors, on the other hand, cannot be opened using your fists. It has to be opened by redstone. And pressure pads work too. You step on the stones or throw a block on the wooden ones. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for doors, really. A few redstone circuits that can be used for some interesting little things. One of them is this. It's a RS NOR latch, or no, this is an AND gate. Yeah, AND gate. It is kind of like a two-way switch, something like that, except both switches have to be turned on for it to open. So this would kind of work for like a safe room or something, because like if you have the inside one turned off, nothing can get in. But if you have that one open, it'll work, because these two have to be powered off for this to be powered off, so that way that can stay active. Because the way redstone torches work, anytime you have power going to a block that a redstone torch is on, that torch will become unpowered, and that's pretty much why it works. Next little thing is a RS NOR latch. This is the RS NOR latch. It's pretty much a switch, but you can use buttons, but you need two buttons. If I press this one, it will turn that torch off, unpowering this block, allowing this torch to turn on, which powers this block, keeping that torch off. So essentially it's a switch. My headset is being stupid right now, so but if you're trying to make something small, I would not suggest using this. I would suggest using this. This is a T flip-flop, and it only uses one button instead of the two over there, and two pistons. And what happens is, whenever this one is activated, it'll switch the pistons, and they have a redstone torch underneath this block right there. You can see it, and whenever this block goes over it, it will send power through this redstone, opening a door or whatever. So next we'll go on. I'm going kind of quick because I want to try to make this video as quick as possible. But next is the dispensers, something that's very useful. It can shoot throwable items or arrows or eggs or stuff like that, or it will dispense items. So if I were to press this button, I don't want to get hit, it will shoot the arrow and dispense a diamond. And that's not too much on dispensers really, because there's not much stuff about them. I think it would be a good idea to do this. Next is a little bit about pistons. Pistons can push, if I remember right, up to 14 blocks. And if you power it, it will extend, pushing all these blocks forward, and then since it's not a sticky piston, it doesn't pull a block. It will only push blocks like this, so it pushed this block ahead and won't retract again. But sticky pistons, on the other hand, it will push these blocks, but whenever it retracts, it'll pull this block with it. And so that's sticky pistons, really. This right here, kind of a neat little contraption that I figured out. I'm not sure if anybody else has ever figured this out before, but it's actually kind of useful for a piston door that I created, and I wanted it to be as small as possible. So I came up with this. And what it does is it fires two pistons stacked on top of each other simultaneously. It's fairly useful for my piston door. Does oh, it looked weird. But the way it works, it will send a redstone current through here, and a repeater will send power and power this block, but it will also send power through the block to a redstone redstone dust right behind it or to the side of it. So what's essentially happening is this is coming through here, going through this block, powering this, which powers this piston, and then this powers this block, so then this redstone is powered, and since it's on this block, the old texture for redstone, it would have four little things coming off of it like that. So it'd also be connected to this block, so then it powers that block and powers a piston, because any block on a side of a piston that gets powered will power the piston. So that's how that works, and I thought it was pretty cool. Leave a comment if you've actually found this out before, but I just thought it was kind of cool. I don't know what to call it though, but next thing I'm going to show you is with rails. Rails are pretty interesting actually, because they can be used to interact with redstone. As you can see here, I have a what's it called, intersection here, and you can see the rails going this way. That way would say go to my mine, that way would go to my house. Say I got a bunch of diamonds and I want it to go to my house. So I go that way and I press the button and it will send the cart that way. Push you back. Don't want you here. And vice versa. So if I flip it that way and place this, it will send it that way. So a lot of possibilities with that. I've already seen a lot of stuff using that, but yeah. Now we're going to go over here, and I'm using single player commands for that, as you can see from no clip and all that. I thought I'd set a little bit of stuff up using a few of the things I've showed you, using redstone, a redstone torch, some stone blocks. I'm gonna use a pressure pad here. I want some repeaters and a piston. Yeah, a piston. This is my setup here, and this is going to be used to blow up the TNT. So here we go. Big finale. And laugh. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Like, favorite, comment, do whatever you want, and I'll see you guys next time.